Just what? Oh, you have been pretty. Pretty, be careful like that.
Ah? Ashen 1, Bish.
Just what? Pretty, be careful like that.
This could. Thank you for your kind assistance. Blessing of the moon upon your journey. Welcome. Very then take. Farewell, Asherman.
Ah. Ashen one.
Welcome, speak. Very then take. Farewell, Asherman.
Ah. Ashen one.
Welcome. Very then take. Farewell, Asherman.
Oh, hello, cutie. Welcome to my stream. I hope you're having a nice night. I honestly wasn't expecting anyone to show up this late. Like, this time is so fucked up that I'm pretty sure that there's no time zone in this planet where this is like a reasonable hour. Alright. I'm glad it's being pretty nice. Oh. Around midnight? So you're around 4 hours behind me? That could only mean that you could be in like the west coast of the United States or the west coast of Canada. I don't think you're in Alaska. I don't think there's people in Alaska. Alaska is a made-up place. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm trying to dox you. I just find it fun to try to guess from where people are from the time zones. Yeah, usually my viewers are composed of people that should be sleeping. This is not my first time streaming this late. Oh, that's cool. Pretty cool. I miss living in the coast. I miss the sea and water. That used to be so fun. Talking about mountains, you know, I said that I miss the sea. It's because recently I moved inland, and now I live literally at the top of a mountain. So technically, if I want to see a mountain now, I can just look at the ground. Yeah, it's pretty cool here. It's pretty common, especially on the extra cold days, for me to be able to see clouds at eye level, basically. Sometimes I can go to, not like the edge of the mountain because it's not that steep, but I can go to the place where it starts to go down. And then I look down and I can see clouds below me. Like, I really like mountains. So I'm not that sad that I'm not living close to the sea anymore. You know, you trade one cool thing for another cool thing. Also, like, I say mountain, but it's not that big. It's only around a kilometer high. Like above sea level. Oh man. No. Like, it is cold here, but it's not because I'm in the north. I'm in the south. Also, is it mountainous? The east side of Canada? I don't remember seeing any mountains there. I remember reading that that area is pretty flat because of the last ice age, and basically the huge ice sheets that used to be there made the ground get really flat because it just pushed all of the mountains below ground. Well, let's not diminish what a mountain is then. Just that I've seen a lot of controversy online about people discussing of what should be considered a mountain or not. I've seen people saying that it's only considered a mountain if it's like at least 900 meters tall or feet. Don't remember if it was feet or meters. The like 90% of what I know about Alaska was from a couple of episodes of Man vs. Wild that I watched when I was little. That show used to be pretty cool. I don't know much about how accurate the techniques for surviving are, but at least I used to like to watch that mostly from an artist standpoint, because I really like seeing different scenery and learning about the different biomes. I actually don't know if you know what Man vs. Wild is. I'm not sure if that was a popular show. I recommend watching if you can find it somewhere. Maybe I shouldn't recommend, because if you're not, like, if you're kind of weak in the stomach, you might not like to watch that, because, you know, Bear Grylls eat stuff from the fucking ground all the time. Yes, the Bear Grylls one. I used to be a huge fan of that guy when I was a kid. I wanted to go out in the nature to explore and do stuff like him. I've heard about that one, but I don't think I watched that one. Like, I vaguely remember that during that time there were many survivor type of shows. There's that one where the guy had to be like naked all the time, and another one that was like two guys surviving together and they like hate each other, I guess. You know, for the drama. Oh my god, your magic is so much stronger than mine. Ah, yeah, like that's more of a like a real experience. I remember people complaining a lot that Man vs. Wild wasn't real enough, but the show never tried to be a challenge like that. Bear Grylls always stated from the start of the show that the goal of the show is not to make him deal with situations and survive all by himself. It was mostly to him putting himself in situations that people might find themselves in, so he could show to people how to deal with those situations. Obviously, he would have help from the crew, because, you know, the objective wasn't to prove something like that. It was just to show people survival techniques. It was like I'm a very nerdy person. It was great to learn things, you know. The stuff that got stuck in my head the most wasn't like Bear Grylls eating like a live octopus or something like that. It was him talking about the plants you can find in the nature, what they can do, and, you know, learning about biomes and biology in general. That was pretty cool. And also many different ways of lighting a fire. Another thing that was really cool to learn was different ways of locating yourself and improvising a compass or using the sun and the stars to find the north. That's something that I really enjoy learning. And watching that show, you could see how Bear Grylls was also a nerd for that kind of stuff. You could see how he would get excited to show you an animal he just found among the grass, or talk about the... oh fuck. I'm getting stuck here. Oh my god. Yeah, like, he was a huge nerd. And that was pretty fun for another nerd like me. Ah, yeah. I remember that guy. Kind of vaguely. I think he died when I was still very young, so I don't remember much of him, but I know I used to like him. Here in Brazil, we used to have a guy kind of like him. I think his name was like Richard Rasmussen. He basically did the same kind of stuff that Steve Irwin used to do, like go out in the nature, show you animals and explain about them. But I think they found out that that guy was running some kind of scheme with like contrabanding rare animals or something like that, so he's not my hero anymore. Yeah, that wasn't cool. Also, it was kind of scary to me how that guy used to find super dangerous animals on regular places. Like, I remember I got excited one time when in his show he went to my hometown, and in a place that I used to go just to hang out and like have lunch or something, he just pulled out a rock in the ground and there was like a huge scorpion there. Yeah. Like, when you're little, that's usually the stuff that makes you very interested into
Welcome.
biology.
Very well. Then
So
take
at least it was a good start.
farewell, Ashen.
Now I'm old enough and smart enough to get information from better sources. Oh hey, thanks for following.
Ashen 1.
Welcome. Very then take. Farewell, Ashen One.
Just what?
That makes me really happy to hear, or read in my case. I'm glad that I can have that impression on people, especially the cutie like you.
Pretty like that.
Got kind of lost. What am I supposed to do now? Oh, alright. Oh, so you know Dark Souls. I was avoiding commenting about the game because, like, Dark Souls is basically the only game that I stream on my channel, but somehow every viewer that I get knows nothing about this game, so I never have a chance to talk about this. So I guess I can be open about what I'm doing here then. I'm doing starting class only challenge, so I can't change my gear other than consumables and rings. So So other than that, I can only use whatever the fuck the game gave me when I started the game. Yeah. Another rule that I had to add, especially because people were asking me to do this, is that I'm allowed to upgrade my spells, but not to change them to another spell. So you start with the Soul Arrow and the Heavy Soul Arrow, and the only other spell that I could use would be to upgrade to Great Soul Arrow and Great Heavy Soul Arrow. Other than that, I can't use anything else. Because, you know, it's basically the same spell, it just deals more damage. And not by a lot. So I think I should either go kill Pontiff now, or I think I'm gonna do Sigvard's questline. I'm doing with all classes. So before I got to the Sorcerer, I did every single class before this one. Like, I'm following the list on the main menu. Some were harder than the others, some were really easy. Like, some classes are extremely OP if you just level up your status and keep using the same gear. Wow. For a challenge like this one, you don't have to be that good. You should definitely try it out. It's pretty fun. Like, you still have a comfortable set of things you can do to deal with problems. It's not very restrictive like Feasts only or Soul Level 1. Fun fact, this was basically the first challenge I ever did. When I started to stream over 3 years ago, the first thing I was streaming was this challenge. I'm just doing it again because I learned a lot about this game since then, so I decided to try again and see how different it would be. Okay, I think I already saved Sigvard. And also, the first time I tried this challenge, I had easier rules, so I could change my gear. I just had to keep using stuff that it's on the same theme, so I could get pretty powerful, so it wasn't that challenging. I'm kinda scared to do the Pyromancer after this one, because Yorm is immune to fire, and Soul of Cinder is very resistant to fire. So I don't know how am I gonna be dealing damage to Yorm, or how I'm gonna fight Soul of Cinder. If it's actually impossible for me to fight Yorm, yeah, I'm gonna have to use the sword. But surprisingly, a few of those runs I could kill Yorm without the sword. I don't think I'm gonna need a sword to kill Yorm on this character, because with the soul arrows I can hit his head, and he takes extra damage on the head, and extra poise damage, so I can break his poise, and do a riposte that also does a lot of damage. I could do the same with a Pyromancer if he wasn't immune to fire damage. Oh, that's impressive. I never played Bloodborne, but I know how hard that is. Even on a regular run, Ludwig can be almost impossible. So that's pretty impressive, Kitty. That reminds me when I was doing, like, the first time I ever fought Gale was also during a challenge that I was doing, I think a year ago. Someone asked me to do a scythe only run, so I could only use scythes. And Gale is pretty resistant to slash damage. And guess what is the only type of damage you can deal with a scythe? Yeah, I was dealing no damage against him. I spent like I had to do 2 different streams just fighting him alone. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll ever be able to play that game. I really wish I could play that. Like, I'm still not sure if I'm gonna like Bloodborne, because I'm more of a fan of medieval stuff, and Bloodborne is more of a Victorian era. But the vibes are pretty cool, and I like the cosmic horror aspects. That's kind of the reason why I want to play Demon Souls so much, because Demon Souls is basically Dark Souls with more cosmic horror. But unfortunately I don't have any consoles and they are really expensive to me. I'm already struggling with my PC. Like, you can scroll down to my about page so you can see my specs and you can cry because, yeah, it's horrible. Alright, now it's the section with the dogs and the sorcerers. And I'm probably gonna die a lot trying to go through this area. Shoot fast! Yes! Oh, damn it. Oh no. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. That wasn't good. I don't shoot faster than that guy, and I can't lock on from here. Yeah. And I can't even bait the dogs without having to commit to this. I'm quite divided between dogs and... Now I can't really remember because I'm kinda rusted. I had to stop playing this game for a few months. But I know there's worse things. Okay, now I'm not so sure. Yeah, I think I agree with you now. Dogs are the worst. Those enemies are kinda resistant to magic, so I'm not dealing good damage against them. I don't remember if Sullivan was resistant to magic. Hopefully he isn't, at least not super resistant to magic. only have 2 Estus, and I still have to fight the annoying Sullivan Knights. Sullivan Knights? Forgot the name. Pontiff Knight, yes. Oh, I'm one-shotting them with a backstab. That's good to know. Thanks a lot, cutie. I tried to make my persona look exactly like how I am in real life. This is my first time streaming with the updated model because I changed my outfit recently, so I had to change my model too. Since in the southern hemisphere it's starting to, like, we are getting to winter now, so it's getting colder. So I had to swap from my shorts to something warmer. Okay, all set to be able to fight Sullivan. Oh my god, you have no idea how I'm happy to hear something like that. It's so hard for me to meet people that also dislike summer. Everyone that I meet, they are always like, they don't understand why I complain so much about hot weather. If I were like extremely rich, I would want to have like 2 houses, one in the north and one in the south, and I would move between them every 6 months, so I could experience autumn and winter all the time. Like, that's my dream. I don't like traveling, but I guess that's a sacrifice I can do for like to be able to have extreme comfort. Exactly. Like, when it comes to cold, you have things you can do to deal with cold. When it's hot, after you take off your last layer of clothes, what else can you do? A fan can do so much. Drinking cold stuff will not help that much. But when it comes to cold, you can just put on more clothes, you can sit next to a fire. Warm weather is just the worst to deal with. Like, you could have air conditioner, but that makes the air dry, and dry air is very uncomfortable. That's if you're having a warm, hot day, but it's also dry, so water can evaporate. Because if it's humid and hot, you're gonna keep sweating and crying, and the water is just gonna keep piling up on your body because it's not gonna be evaporating fast enough. So it's even worse than you think. Oh yeah, fun fact, you can come here earlier before making Sigurd come here. You can open this will stay open, but he's just gonna be here, like, dude, you don't realize that you're not stuck. You can go out, dude.
One part.
That's sad. I'm sorry for you, cutie. I wish other people wouldn't have to deal with the same hell that I used to. Hot and humid is a terrible combination, but cold and humid, that's perfect. I love it. Should I do... Yes, I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna go fight Yorm now. I'm confident that I can kill it pretty easily. Yes. I love when the rain is like the raindrops are so small. They fall kind of like snowflakes. Instead of going straight down, they kind of drift away in the wind a bit, and everything around you looks gray and dark because of the thick clouds. The wind is so cold, you can feel it like almost cutting your skin. And taking a deep breath, you can feel your lungs filling with cold air, and oh my god, it's so comfortable. Where I grew up, it used to be kinda a combination of both. Oh my god, tornadoes, yeah. We don't have tornadoes here, like they can't form here. But like they can still technically form, it's just that the cones, they never touch the ground down here. I remember there was an explanation for that, but I don't remember the explanation. But yeah, we kind of have like tornadoes here, but they don't touch the ground. But we still have to deal with the extreme strong winds. At least they are not as dangerous as the ones you guys have in the United States. Yeah, also, it helps a bit that our houses are not made out of cardboard and drywall. See, Yorm is pretty doable with you if you have any build that can hit his head. And also there's Sigurd helping you. And that's the riposte opening. Oh, you're not gonna do the follow-up? And another riposte. You need to be fast, because if you don't do it, Sigurd will do the riposte and he deals almost no damage. So he's just gonna waste your opportunity. And he's dead. No Storm Ruler. Well, at least not on my hands.
Well, you
Don't get too impressed at me doing those things. I have literal thousands of hours into this game. I'm not saying that I'm good, but there's a bunch of stuff that is just not hard for me anymore. Also, Sigurd's gonna die, but he's kinda shy, so he's only dying if you're outside of the room. As soon as you're like far away enough where you don't have a direct line of sight, yes, he dies. Fallen but never forgotten. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Yorm cut that onion really well. Like, if you think about it, the way Yorm was using that machete, he was just chopping onions.
just one. Pretty, be careful.
I don't feel confident to go fight Pontiff, but at the same time, I could just try to parry this guy to death. I have a dagger. Daggers deal more damage
Ashen 1.
with parrying
Well,
on ripples.
then take.
I definitely need more HP.
Farewell, Ashmead.
I can get more intelligence later. What's the use of more damage if you're not living long enough to use that damage? My only problem is I don't like this parry. That's like the medium shield animation for parry, not the buckler parry. I'm not used to using that animation. Well, that is a strategy that I could use, but not in this build because of the limitations of the challenge. If I could use a spell that deals more damage than a regular soul arrow, I would definitely do that. Just focus on killing the enemy before they kill me. But I can't deal enough damage for that strategy to work well. So, yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to use my dagger instead. And I missed the parry. The first one is usually a coin flip to me. You can't parry the ones that Sullivan uses both swords. Basically, you can only parry the flaming sword. And he's just missing me. You also can't parry overhead attacks. Ah, yeah, my first time playing this game, this guy was a huge wall for me. But now, the biggest problem I'm having fighting him now is that I don't like using this shield for parrying. And I need to remember which attacks are parryable. And also I was pretty unlucky because most of the attacks that I could parry, and I was on the good timing to parry that, were just missing my hitbox entirely because Sullivan is just dumb. Let's see if this time I can get the first parry. Too late. Oh my god, look at my HP. That was parable. But I wasn't on a good position to parry him. He has so many roll catches. I'm pretty sure it would be easier if I just gave up on parrying. It's not that hard, it's just that I'm trying to parry. with a shield that I'm not used to pairing with. It kind of feels like Sullivan knows what I'm trying to do and he's avoiding giving me windows for pairing. You also feel like that sometimes. Like, you're playing a game like this and you have this feeling that the game is sentient. The game knows that you're trying to do something and the game is actively doing their best to fuck you over. Or is it just me? Am I the only one crazy enough to have those thoughts? Ah, okay, that's good. It's good to be not to not be the only one. Oh my god, that was so perfect. All of those were supposed to be parries. What's wrong with you, Sullivan? Yeah, this wasn't. He just misses me entirely. It's not even my fault. Like, I want you to hit me. Oh yeah, keep spamming the same move. Second phase. Oh god. And now I kinda don't have enough time to parry because too much stuff going on at the same time. Dude, just die. Also, that's the power of critical hits with daggers. Only 2 riposts were enough to bring him down to less than half HP. And I'm using a damage that he's resistant against. Imagine if I were using Dark. I think he's weak to Dark. Also, you got flagged by Automod. But why? No, you did nothing wrong. It's just funny how the Automod flagged you because of probably fuckers. Maybe the Automod thought that you were being offensive towards Sullivan. You're gonna hurt his feelings. Oh no, I'm being invaded. I need to kill myself as fast as possible. That guy might be cheating. The problem here is that I got banned in this account because I was using Cheat Engine to use the free camera mod so I could record some scenes for a video I was making a while ago. And I forgot to be offline when I was doing that, so the game banned me for cheating. And when the game bans you for cheating, instead of just preventing you from using online altogether, the game just gets you together with all of the other cheaters. So I need to avoid having people on my world because they might be hacking, they might be doing some very bad shit. Because now I have to play with the bad guys. Yes, I have a clip I took a ago of a guy basically summoning a nuke on this map. It was so bad that it broke my model. My VTuber model just stopped working. Why do you not play offline then? Because I forgot. I was offline, but then I was helping a friend like a couple of weeks ago, and I forgot to turn off again. Yes, my fault. I was being silly. Alright, time to go grab the simple gem. I'm gonna make my shield simple so I can have some FP regeneration. It's probably not gonna make a huge difference, but it's better than nothing. And the shield is already useless anyways. Also, fun fact, jumping attacks always makes the crystal lizards to go belly up. And it's one of the few things that consistently interrupts their animation of disappearing. So if you can't do enough damage to kill your crystal lizard fast enough, you can just do a jumping attack. That basically resets the timer for as long as you need. Oh my god, I don't believe I'm gonna die to those guys. You don't have to remember, it's not something that's gonna like change your life or something. Just a little fun fact. Might be helpful eventually, but most of the times it doesn't really make a difference. And if you're using a big weapon, like anything from greatsword upwards, you're already gonna be doing the same effect on crystal lizards with running R1s. That tip is more useful if you're not using a big weapon. Somehow the guy that was following me died. What a dumbass. I wasn't even trying to kill that guy. Another fun fact, there's an invisible wall here that the enemies can't go through. So if you're at low HP running for your life, you can stop here. Like you can already rest here. They can't go through. Time to go grab the HRT ring, the gender transition ring, the fanboy ring. Oh wait, I'm a woman on this character. So in my case, the tomboy ring. Snake legs. Have you seen that video showing how Gwendolyn looks beneath his robes? Like it's pretty weird how his legs spread, like divide into the different snakes. I think it's on a channel on YouTube called Zully the Witch. She does a lot of like data mining and videos showing stuff that you can normally see in game. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so you probably have just missed that one. I think it's a pretty old video. Have you seen that they are using a VTuber model now? And the model looks extremely cute. Yeah, I love that design. The bad goth aesthetics looks so nice. Alright, I have a shitload of souls on my pockets. I could lose all of that if I make a couple of mistakes. But I'm gonna keep playing with those souls on my pockets. What could go wrong? I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be fine. See, that's the most dangerous guy here, and he's already dead. And I almost died. I was almost not fine. Now it is time to pray for Velka so I don't get seen by the monster on the ceiling, so I can escape without dying. Oh, damn it. Did I got detected? No, I didn't. I'm gonna get now. Yeah. But I think this guy is gonna get stuck. No, he's not stuck. How was that a miss? Yeah, I missed my opportunity. Alright. Easy. Just need to keep hitting the head. The head is usually the most sensitive part. That game design choice feels a lot like Zelda, where usually the weak spots on monsters like that is the eye or just the head in general. It's pretty cool seeing that kind of stuff on a modern game like this.
Great let I. Ashen.
That is what. Oh, yeah.
About that, I'm not so sure. I just think it looks charming, like a bit nostalgic. Because I know it can get very repetitive if like every other boss is fought basically the same way. Oh my god, how am I gonna fight Aldrich? This guy is very resistant to magic. Do I have a crystal gem? No. Hmm. If I could use fire or bleed, that would be useful. I think I'm just gonna brute force this. Also, my model is kind of breaking. Okay, it's back.
Pretty, be careful.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna brute force this. I'm just gonna keep hitting the boss until it dies.
Welcome. Very then take.
Let these souls withdraw their blessings, manifestations of disparity, elucidated by fire, burrowed deep within, retreating to dark.
Farewell, Ash Maiden.
I think my PC is overloading. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna have to stop too. Like, my model is lagging a lot for some reason. You're not gonna miss much. Thanks a lot for being here. It's really nice having someone to chat with. And it was really fun. Yeah, you can see how I'm lagging now, and it's just the model. I don't even know how to fix this issue, but I'm gonna try to think of something. Anyways, good night, cutie. I hope you have nice dreams. Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot. Okay, I think I'm gonna go do the Sullivan Beasts before fighting Aldrich. That could give me a level or two. That's a lot of damage. Holy shit. Hopefully that guy is not gonna follow me. Yeah, I don't think he will go down the ladder. Yeah, I think I'm safe. Oh my god, what's happening? This guy moves so much. Alright, just one left. Oh god. Why do you do something like that, dude? So unpredictable. I think I can lost my chance. That wasn't as hard as I was expecting. I guess sorceries are pretty easy to hit the head of enemies like that. You know, having tracking and all. Why am I even doing this? I can't use any of the items.
Welcome. Very then hey. Let these souls withdrawn from their vessels manifest. Farewell, Ashen Ming.
Ah?
Yeah, I guess 1000 HP is gonna be good enough. Hopefully I can get another level out of this.
Ashen 1.
Oh, 26.7. I still need more.
Ashen 1.
Welcome. Very then take.
Alright, with this, I stop for today. I'm gonna try to continue tomorrow.